In order to be an astronaut, I first have to be selected by JAXA, which is Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. Today, I'm going to share with you everything that JAXA thinks necessary for me to be considered and how prerequisite and desired skills and abilities apply to me and to my journey. The latest past selection process in Japan 13 years ago required that all applicants must have graduated university with a degree in the field of STEM, have a minimum of 3-year experience of researching, designing, developing, manufacturing, and operating in the field of STEM, be a suitable candidate as a Japanese astronaut, like educated in the eloquent use of Japanese language, knowledgeable in Japanese culture, other culture, and popular topics among the international community, having the ability to express one's own experiences in a lively manner, and having the good education in the humanities, and so on. Also, possesses the ability to swim while wearing a swimsuit or clothing for an emergency situation in which astronauts are stranded in the ocean. Many people, including professional athletes and business professionals, use the Mandala Chart for visualizing their goals and process. For example, Shohei Ohtani, the current #1 home run hitter and one of the best pitchers at the same time in the Major League Baseball, actually created a Mandala Chart when he was in high school and eventually achieved his goal. From there, you can narrow your focus by pinpointing the 8 key components that allow you to have the necessary improvements to ultimately achieve your goal. That being said, this is something that lets you to be self-reliant. I created a Mandala chart that includes essential components for becoming an astronaut. Here's my Mandala chart. As you can see in the chart, there are 8 important components, including expertise, operational skill, communication, mentality, physical fitness, lack or human skill, resilience or self-reliance, and leadership. Of all these factors, there are some that require specific training or activities. As described in the expertise section, I want to focus on space business and space agriculture. In order to do so, I would focus on the professional networking by leveraging the opportunity at the San Francisco semester provided by Wharton MBA. In the operational skill section, there are emergency protocol, multitasking, and situational awareness that require a specific training. In order to do so, I'm going to do a pilot license training and scuba license training. Also, programming skill is pretty important for future astronauts, in my opinion, considering the rise of importance of robots, AI, software, and so on. When missions are related to Russian facilities or Russian rockets, astronauts have to speak Russian language in order to communicate. In that sense, I'm going to learn Russian language. And ultimately speaking, I want to speak Russian language very fluently. That's my goal. For a social media presence, I'm going to start my social media accounts in many of the platforms. As described in the physical fitness section, I'm going to start swimming and running practice routinely. In terms of resilience and self-reliance, I'm going to do sea survival, wilderness survival, and critical survival skill training. So I'm going to participate in as many survival programs as possible. As for desired abilities and skills, it is important to consider 2 important elements. 1, 3 key criteria for the selection process recently announced by JAXA. 2, the Artemis program and the Lunar Gateway program under the partnership between JAXA and NASA, which are the primary focuses of the selection. Regarding 3 key criteria, JAXA mentioned leadership and teamwork with diverse people all over the world, resilience and flexibility in an extreme situation, having the adequate decision-making ability, the ability to share experiences in an unknown world, educating the younger generation. In terms of the Artemis program and the Lunar Gateway programs, which are the core missions for the future Japanese astronaut, JAXA is now seeking to work with NASA under the strategy from the Moon to Mars. Specifically speaking, lunar operations will provide an important knowledge and experience that enables a historic human mission to Mars. Therefore, astronauts are required to stay in space longer than ever before in the more challenging environment with unknown situations. I've been working towards a lot of these goals for quite some time now. I'm hoping to be ready when the moment comes. Join me as I make this dream happen.